Beautifully appointed double slides right up here in the living area gives you that home theater experience. Nice bright woodwork. Folks, this gorgeous front living camper right here is the 2021 Keystone Sprinter 3670 FLS. So let's get right down to it. People buy front living room fifth wheels for, well, the front living room, right? That's kind of the feel you want. That's what that's the whole reason behind it, is it gives you that nice kind of home theater-like experience, but you're here in the RV. And a lot of people are drawn to the front living because you get that, I don't know, just kind of that space for everyone to sit down and entertain, right? While you still get a beautiful kitchen and plenty of bedroom space. So it has become a very popular floor plan, probably over the last 6-7 years or so. It really started to kind of come into its own. One of the things you'll notice right away, folks, I'm 6 foot tall. I can completely stand up all the way up to this entertainment center. I have no issue standing in here, which is wonderful. So you know that if you're 6 foot tall, you can walk around anywhere in this upper deck and you'll be just fine. Centered is the TV, so yeah, as it should be, right? When you're up here in the entertainment area, a lot of the time you want to watch TV, and this allows you to do it. Now, off to the sides, you will see some shelving. I personally like this, right? I think it opens it up a little bit. I like having the open shelves. If you want to put some decor there, you can. It's also functional because you'll see you have electrical outlets on both sides. So if you want to put some auxiliary equipment there, you can do that as well. So it kind of gives you some different options. You'll also notice the sound bar underneath. That does have a couple of different controls in it. It controls the speakers in here as well as outside. It is Bluetooth capable and has HDMI input. Storage down on the bottom there on both sides, and the fireplace right in the center. Great thing about that fireplace, not only does it look nice, folks, but more importantly, that is a space heater. And in a smaller space, like, being right up here, that'll do a good job of taking the chill off in the air. Now, if you're down in the kitchen, yeah, you're probably not going to notice the fireplace, but right up here, you'll definitely like it. As I mentioned when we started this video, folks, you have dual opposing slides up here in this living area. I really like this setup. When you talk about kind of entertainment spaces, relaxation spaces in an RV, it's tough to beat a front living room. You have dual opposing sofas right in those slides right across from each other, so you can have great conversation. Theater seats directly across from the TV. So if it's just the two of you, that's probably where you're going to sit right there, right in the prime seats. Or maybe one person does, the other person kind of lays down with their feet up. That's an option as well. But if you have guests, everyone can be in here. Everyone can be in the conversation at the same time. And both of these are trifolds. They fold out into comfortable beds, which, that's one of those big things that if, I've seen so many people, especially a little bit older that have grandkids, that they make the mistake of thinking the grandkids are always going to go camping with them. And they buy a bunkhouse fifth wheel. And what they end up finding is that the majority of the time, the grandkids don't come. They do once in a while, but a huge chunk of their RV is just wasted. The thing I love about this particular layout is exactly that, right? Like if it's just the two of you, you can be here. If the grandkids come, the kids come, you can fold these out. You can easily sleep 4 adults right up here. And then when they leave, for the season, because they're probably only going to come stay with you once or twice, you fold everything back up, you're good to go. You'll see roller shades in here as well. Those are fantastic. They just work very well. Plus they're blackout. So, if you close those down, it does keep out almost all the light. There'll be a little bit that sneaks out at the bottom, and a little bit along the sides, but they do an excellent job of keeping things nice and dark in here if that's what you want. The seats, you will see you have some controls right down here. One of them is for lights. The other one is going to be for a massage feature. So I can kind of, massage a little bit, kick back, relax, feel good. Obviously, both of these are recliners. The feet come up, and there's a USB port in there. So if you want to charge your devices, you can do that. One of your AC units will be located right here as well, folks. You will see that is ducted. Uses Keystone's new blade ducting system, which inherently is much quieter than some of the older systems, and it puts out let's see, how do I want to phrase this? It puts out air more efficiently so that it cools quicker, right? The way that they run the ducting, it's a proprietary thing, but the way they run the ducting really helps with the airflow, and it moves air a lot better. Right there will be your main control panel. Nothing too mind-boggling or mind-blowing here, right? You have your tank monitoring panel on there, your lights, your slide outs. It is worth noting that you also get this control right here, which is nice because you can control your light, your leveling, awning, slide outs, everything right from here. The reason I do like that is if you take it outside, you can open your awning up, open your slides up, make sure you're not going to hit anything if you're in a tighter camp space. You'll see storage all the way throughout there as well. Your fuse box is down there in case you're wondering where it's at in this camper. And then you kind of step into the kitchen, right? So right here we have a slide on the off-camp side, which really helps open up that kitchen space. Opening this up, you will see your residential style refrigerator right there. So refrigerator up top, then you have 2 freezer drawer compartments right down below. Next to that's the freestanding table and chairs, which I think a freestanding table is the better choice here. It looks a lot nicer, and when you're in a little bit higher end fifth wheel like this, you know, you kind of want some things that are aesthetically pleasing. And as far as sleeping, I'd say that's usually not the best place to sleep anyway. And you have those 2 tri-fold sofas, which will do the job for sleeping any guests. So I definitely prefer the freestanding table. Then we get into the actual kitchen countertop space. As you'd expect, folks, beautiful solid surface all the way throughout here. Plenty of electrical outlets. You have electrical outlet there, plus another one on this wall and one over on that little half wall. So lots of electrical outlets all throughout this kitchen space for, you know, coffee maker, or if you just need to plug in a toaster, electric griddle, whatever else you may need to plug in, you have the capability to do it. Let's start with the storage on the bottom, and then we'll kind of work our way up. I do just want to point out, as soon as you walk in, right, you get all this great storage space right here. And this is multi-use. If you want to put pots and pans in there, go for it. If you want to put shoes in there, which is something I may do, so they're out of the way, especially on the bottom shelves, by all means, come in, toss your shoes in there, good to go. Maybe reserve the top ones for pots and pans, so you have a spot to put those. But either way, that is good storage. Coming around to the front here, you will see this large full extension drawer. I love having that larger drawer there. And again, that storage we saw underneath, this is access to that same storage, but on the back side. So if you know, as I mentioned, if you want to use, you know, just if you want to cut it this way, use that side for shoes, this side for pots and pans. So many options, Aaron. So many options. Moving a little bit further in here, you'll see your 3-burner cooktop. This one is recessed with the glass cover, folds up and back just like so to access those 3 burners. Open up the oven here for you just to show you, you know, decent size oven, and right underneath is a drawer. The Greystone is okay in my opinion. I actually like Furion cooktops a little bit more personally. You know, I'll let you guys be the judge. You know, price point wise, for manufacturer's price point, I think the Greystone's a little bit less expensive. But for me, it kind of feels that way. If I have to give, you know, one knock here, it's that I personally like the Furion. I just think they look better, a little bit nicer fit and finish. But let me know what you guys think. If you've been out there shopping, or maybe you haven't noticed, or maybe you don't care, you know, just drop that in the comments section there below. Let me know. Moving over a little bit further is our recessed, or rather undermount sink. Nice big stainless steel sink. That one's undermounted, high-rise faucet, kind of have the dual color going on. And one of the things that I do like is the backsplash. Now, it's not real tile by any stretch, you know, it's just gonna be a panel, but they did go all the way through, right? So it's behind the cooktop where you want it, also a nice big window there, but it also, you know, comes up behind the sink here. So I do like how big the backsplash is. Now, one of the things that I don't particularly love is that I don't have a way to cover up this window. I like having a window, I like letting in natural light, but for privacy, I do like to be able to close things off at night, and I don't have any kind of shade here. So I would have liked to have seen something to be able to cover that up. Not moving up top, forgot to cover the rest of our storage down here. You gotta have drawers, right? Boom, look how big those drawers are, folks. 4 large full extension ball bearing drawers underneath that sink. You have some more storage space a little bit over to the side, enough for a smaller trash can. Now moving up top, you have your hood, microwave, storage all the way across the top here too. And they went with glass versus wood, which I think was a smart choice. Just helps make things seem a little more open and not overly wooden. And then you can also notice a crown molding across the top of the cabinets, which I do like that as well. I think that brings in a residential element that looks pretty sharp. Let's head on back here and move into the bathroom. What do you think of the front half, Aaron? What are your thoughts? You love what you've seen so far? Do you have any complaints?
I love it. It's really homey and nice.
Yeah, right? It's nice and bright. It feels open. Big floor plan. I think they did a pretty darn good job. Making our way into the bathroom, you'll see a toilet right here in the corner. This one is a porcelain bowl. Porcelain making it nice and easy to clean, right? It'll stay cleaner for longer. Right in front of me, you do get good storage in that vanity. You can see, you know, a little bit right there. Nothing super crazy. Maybe we can fit something in there, but more importantly, the fact you have a couple of drawers underneath. Stainless steel sink here is quite large, and then the mirrored medicine cabinet right up above that. Got to be honest, Aaron, I did not expect that panel to be there. That one caught me. Caught me by surprise. I looked at it and I was like, oh man, it's about to put a trash can, and I was wrong. They got me. They got me. But you know, you might still be able to use that space, throw something in there. I'm not sure. What would you put in there, Aaron? What are you going to put in there?
Maybe some cleaning supplies or something along those lines.
There you go. That's good. You can throw some cleaning supplies in there. I can get down on that. Making our way into the shower here. Pretty good shower space. You know, I can turn sideways with the door shut. I'll still be good. Obviously, you know, I'm 6 foot tall. I mean, shoot, I could be 7 foot tall and still standing here. It's one of the great things about a front living is that the bathroom is downstairs, right? Most floor plans, the bathroom is upstairs. When you have front living, it shifts to the back, and so you definitely have enough headroom in the bathroom. Linen closet. I don't want to miss this because this is the most important storage space right here. Open that up. So plenty of room there for towels and everything else you need. Kind of makes up for the lack of storage in the vanity there, because that is a very deep linen closet. Not all linen closets are built equally, Aaron. Some of them are a lot skinnier, a lot narrower. That one is quite large. Making our way into the bedroom. You have a slide out in here, right? Walk around bed. Certainly is nice. Some nightstands there on both sides. Storage across the top. Windows on both sides of that slide. Right in the back is the wardrobe with a hanging rod, shelf up top there, and washer dryer prep right over to the side. You also notice the foot of the bed. You have a set of drawers here with an electrical outlet. Right up on the ceiling is TV. So if you want TV connection, that is where you'll mount it. And the last thing I want to point out is the fact this one does have a second AC that is right here in the bedroom. All right, just wanted to close up the main kitchen slide area here. Now, obviously, if you close the front living room, it's going to close that off. But the reason I wanted to show this one is to show that, unfortunately, it does block off the bathroom, right? You are not able to get back there to access the bathroom. However, you can get to the fridge, which is pretty darn impressive. You know, when first looking at it, I wasn't sure if you're going to have enough space, but after bringing the slide in, you certainly do. So you can get to the fridge. Need to get to a freezer compartment, you can access that too. Now that we've seen the insides, take a look at some of the outside features on the 2021 Keystone Sprinter Limited 3670 FLS. Right up front is the front cap. You'll notice you have kind of a little mirror right here, which should just help you a little bit when you're backing up, right? Helping to align the hitch with the kingpin here. Speaking of the kingpin, you will also notice that this one has the pivoting head as part of the Road Armor series. That'll help a little bit when you're starting and stopping your tow vehicle so you don't get that jerky motion. If we take a look kind of up front, you will see how open and clean this space is. Now, I muddled it up a little by throwing my battery box in there, but normally this is very clean, excellent wire management. You can see that they actually take care of everything, right? They want to make sure that it stays looking nice and clean and you're not snagging a bunch of wires. That is something I certainly appreciate. I love that they get everything out of the way for you. Battery disconnect is in there as well for your for the coach and the inverter. And then you'll also see right down below, this one does have auto level. So the controls on the other side, but touch a button and this bad boy will level itself out, which is a huge feature, especially at this price point for a front living fifth wheel. You'll notice right there, if you're looking to put a TV, this is where you will put it. Now, you can't put a huge TV, right? I mean, well, I guess if you have like a swing arm mount, if you pull it out, maybe. You know, but you just gotta make sure you don't bang it on this slide here, and then you have to watch out for the awning if you bring the awning out. I guess I would have liked to have seen it a little bit lower, but it's okay. You know, I digress. Just don't put the awning out when you're putting it there. Aaron, why wouldn't they have put it over here?
You know, I really couldn't say. That seems to make more sense to me.
But for me, you take it, you put it underneath the awning, put it there.
Maybe it was a
put it there. Sprinter, if you're watching, put it there. Either way, at least there is hookup for an outside TV with the mount, so I do appreciate that. Getting into the camper is nice and simple. You have the LCI solid step aluminum tread on there with a little bit of grip tape, plus the large grab handle, so that way makes it nice and easy to enter and exit the RV. You have good control. As I mentioned, that power awning is there with an LED light strip. Couple speakers underneath that if you want to listen to some music, and as I mentioned previously, those are controlled by that multimedia center inside, that speaker bar that we have. I do enjoy this. This is something that I really like. I like having an outside fridge. You know, they carved this little compartment here out just for it. This is a winner for me because I like putting beer out here. But you know, if you want to put pop, juice, condiments, anything else, this is the place to do it. Makes it very easy to access. Or, you know, if you just want storage, you can just remove that mini fridge, put it in your garage, or, you know, sell it on Facebook Marketplace or something and just use it for storage. You can certainly do that too. Coming back, you'll notice when we go up front, I forgot to show it, but I'll show it on the other way around. The pass-through storage is pretty small, and that's very common on front living. But what they did is they gave you extra storage underneath the bed because they have that slide-out bed, and it allows them to do that. It's one of the probably only drawbacks to front living is you lose a lot of your front storage compartment. So they tried to add it in where they can. So I certainly appreciate having that. This ladder right here, so you can climb up onto the fully walkable roof, 250-pound weight capacity on that ladder. You'll also see this one is backup camera ready if you want a backup camera. 50-amp power plug will plug right into there. This is your Key TV multi-source controller. Just a whole bunch of words for that's where you plug your cable and satellite into, and it'll feed to the rest of the camper. Now, if we take a look at the terminations, you will see there is not one, not two, but actually in front of the axle is a third termination. The reason for that, folks, is because this one has massive tanks. I mean, you're looking at a 80-gallon, I think it's 81-gallon fresh tank, and over 100 gallons of gray tank holding space. If you've never been RVing, I will tell you, the first thing that fills up is your gray tank. Why? Well, because we tend to wash dishes, right? We're running water, we wash our hands, we take showers. Everything except for basically the toilet, everything else goes into the gray tank. So because it's coming from so many sources, it fills up quick. Having 100 gallons of storage capacity is awesome. I love how big those tanks are. Definitely a big win there. In conjunction with that Road Armor Kingpin we also have the Road Armor suspension system, which gives like 3 inches of movement in either direction, and that'll help take a lot of the bumps and stuff out of the road, so that way your fifth wheel isn't getting those jarring hits, right? So that way your dishes and everything else will still be intact when you get to your destination. Water hookup is right up front. Very common on fifth wheels to have it up front here. Outside shower, black tank flush to wash out the black tank. You will also see your water input right here, and then you will use this lever to flip between tank fill or city water. If you ever get confused, folks, just so you know, right up here it will show you which direction, right? Flip it over to the side for tank, down for city. And then because I didn't show you on the other side, I did just want to show you the storage space. You can take a peek right in there, and that of course is the pass-through. Last couple things here, if I can get this guy open, maybe. Oh, I got it, there we go, sorry. You will see your 2 30-pound propane tanks with your switch over right here. Lastly, your auto level will be located right up top. The control for it is on this inside panel of your propane tank. So if you ever forget how to operate it, right there is a quick and easy guide. All right, folks, and that wraps it up. Again, this right here is the all-new 2021 Keystone Sprinter 3670 FLS. If you're interested in this beautiful front living fifth wheel and you would like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching, folks. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.